James Miller. Sean becomes absolutely giddy over things like rainbow tape and pride jerseys and hockey. It's not enough for him to support whatever he wants to support. He wants you to have to support it. I wonder if Nash ever thinks about what Scott Hall would think about all this. I remember Nash defending Scott not wanting to do the gold dust angle while shooting a kayfabe commentaries interview with Sean. But things have changed. It's part of the political doctrine now. If you want to be a part of the groupthink, you have to adopt the groupthink and then parrot it on your podcast. James, the whole point.
I was the one that said I was boycotting the NHL.
Yes.
How much more you just...
Well, I'm a far easier target standing next to you.
Yeah, but I'm saying I won't watch hockey except for on the ESPN when I'm not going to turn off the Sports Center.
Right.
But that's where I'll get my I won't sit down and watch. I won't watch.
James,
watch this be the year the fucking Wings make a run for it.
I know. I don't think you have to worry about that. James, just to point out, you did take the time to write a little bit here, though you're insulting me. It's fine. You did take the time to write this out in your, try to make your point. But I think you're actually proving my point that no one's saying you have to do anything except the NHL, which is banning
can't do it.
Tape. What I said, I think, last week, if you play it back, was the NFL has a good model with Your Cleats, Your Cause, it's called, where you want to wear rainbow cleats, you wear rainbow. You want to wear pink cleats for breast cancer, you wear that. You want to wear camouflage cleats for the troops, you could do that. So you have a choice. But by saying you can't do it when their contract says you can wear whatever tape you want on your stick, is douche. So you've kind of just proven my point. I don't care what you support. I'm not wearing a fucking rainbow shirt today, James. I'm coming out of the gate a little hot. The profanity's flying, James. You have to pardon. You have to excuse me. I think you're proving our point, though, that it should be the athlete's choice. I don't think the NHL should say they're not allowed to show support.
Yeah, I'd watch it being a powder keg because, I mean, in this calm, simplistic world that we live in.
Yeah.
I don't see why anybody might be
I'm
on
the
about
problem.
a 16th of an inch of debt cord before they blow.
I just wanted to go back to the guy who said I'm giddy about rainbows or whatever. He mentioned Scott Hall. Like, ask your buddy Kev what Scott would have thought about that. Is he a notorious homophobe? Why?
No,
Why would I ask you what
I
Scott?
think that he was very uncomfortable. They did the gold dust angle, and he unzips his singlet gold dust. The character does, and it says there's a heart.
Yes.
And on the heart it says Razor.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott's son Cody was like 5 years old when that angle played, and he came home and Cody said, "Dad, why does that man?" So Scott, who wasn't a homophobe, just told Vince, he goes, if I have to go home, he said, I'm involved in the angle, and if I have to go home and explain this to my kid, because you can't just say, oh, well, some men like, you have to go in that whole, and so Scott said, I don't feel comfortable doing it. That's all it was. It wasn't that Scott was homophobe.
Right.
Scott just didn't want to teach his 5-year-old kid about homosexuality.
Right. Okay. So there you go. I was told to ask you.
Where now it's like he's absolutely correct, and it's a different world.
Indeed. No, absolutely. But I just wanted to get that he made the Scott Hall reference, so I wanted to make that clear. Give you a moment to speak on Scott's behalf.
I might be a little down today, but the last week watching people dig with their hands through concrete to reveal either a child that lives or dies. Just I don't know. I find it draining.
I I thought it was. I thought you might have been called to for the speaker position. Maybe Speaker of the House position, and maybe had a busy afternoon fending off requests to appear for the vote. But they took care of that without you, Kev.
Yeah, they got
Mike Johnson.
good old Mike Johnson. You talk about a household name. Boom, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Mike Johnson. Everybody just shut your eyes and draw him right now.
Listen, you need another election denier in Congress, I think.
I think so. Somebody that's really anti-abortion. Just all the just kind of go ahead and check all the boxes that pretty much
Set the nation back about
put
60 years.
yeah, and then made the midterm such a red wave.
Yeah. You know,